All right, Shalom. I want to give all praise to Yahweh Shemi Hawashai. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone that rule well, and salutations to the hopeful elect that's pushing the word of sincerity and truth on the four corners of the earth, man. And I just wanted to come back with another quick hit, man. This morning I seen that Donald Trump, basically said if the crime rate in Chicago, don't come down, man, all that killing don't stop, he gonna send the feds in there, man. All right, and that's really the Most High getting ready to punish, you know, chiefly the Southern Kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, Negroes, West Indians, Haitians, out there in Chicago that's doing all that killing, man. All right. But before I get into it, man, I'm going to grab a scripture right quick. It's Hosea 4:1. It says, "Hear the word of the Lord Yahweh Shemi Hawashai, ye children of Israel. For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of the Most High in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood touches blood," man. All right. And the point that I was trying to grab out of that, man, is the killing, committing adultery, stealing, blood touching blood. All right. Because that's all that's going on out there in Chicago, man. Jake is killing each other at a rapid rate, man. All right. Over nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? You got the most destructive music in rap, in my opinion, in that drill music. You know what I'm saying? Because all this teaching brothers how to do, the youth, of Jake is to kill each other, man. All right, that's all Jake doing up there. But getting back to the point, man, Donald Trump said if they don't stop, he's gonna send the feds in there, man. And what you think the feds gonna do, man? All right, they're gonna start shooting Jake down in the street, all right, because Jake not gonna go quietly, man. They're gonna rebel against the feds that sent down there, man. They're gonna start shooting it out with them, man. All right, and that can lead to that martial law. But I'm going to get into the article. It says U.S. President Donald Trump has warned Chicago he will send in the feds if city officials fail to bring the crime rate under control. The city has so far had more shootings and homicides in 2007 than at the same time last year, according to reports. All right, and they had some crazy number last year, man. I believe it was in the 700s. All right, but they on pace to break that. You know what I'm saying already. All right, it says in a tweet on Tuesday, Trump stated if Chicago doesn't fix the growing problem, which he slammed as horrible carnage, he will resort to federal intervention to quell the violence. All right, and that's the tweet right there. It says the newly inaugurated president did not specify, however, the kind of federal intervention he meant, whether it is federalization of the local police, sending in the FBI or another federal agency, or some other course of action. All right, but they gonna militarize the police, man. That's what they gonna do, man. All right, so they can start rolling on Jake, man. And it's all through the spirit of Yahweh Shemi Hawashai, man. All right, y'all gonna them Jakes out there in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Jake murder each other everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But Chicago, the rate is through the roof, man. The Most High is about to punish off of that, man. All right. According to figures cited in his tweet, Trump appeared to be reacting to a story published by the Chicago Tribune this Monday, where the new outlet reported that at least 228 people have been shot in Chicago so far this year. And we ain't even out of the first month of the year, man. Which is a 5.5% increase from the same period in January 2016. The Tribune also reported at least 42 homicides as of Monday morning, an increase of 23.5%. The Chicago Police Department spokesman Frank Giansamili disagreed with the Tribune over the numbers, noting that according to police data, there have been 182 shootings in the city this January, exactly flat from last year as cited by Reuters. The Tribune stuck to its figures, however, suggesting the city was on track to exceed last January's 50 homicides, the most for the month in 16 years. With a population of 2.7 million people, Chicago had more shootings and homicides last year than any other U.S. city. According to Chicago's police statistics, cited by Reuters, Chicago's homicide toll for 2016 was 762, the highest since 1996. Its murder clearance rate, which measures the solved and closed cases, remains one of the lowest in the country. And you got Trump, throwing another tweet out there with the numbers. It says earlier this month, Trump already pointed to the fact that the city's murder rate was record-setting, warning that if the mayor, Rahm Emanuel, can't cope with the situation, he must ask for federal help. Tuesday's statement is the first on the matter expressed by Trump as president. One of Trump's first promises during his inauguration speech was to empower all law enforcement officers to do their jobs and keep our streets free from crime and violence. It says the Trump administration will be a law and order administration. Law and order administration. President Trump will honor our men and women in uniform and will support their mission of protecting the public. The dangerous anti-police atmosphere in America is wrong. The Trump administration will end it, reads a brief post posted on the White House website right after the inauguration. The brief comes at a time of widespread support in the U.S. for police reform, like militarizing the police. Nationwide protests call for transparency and accountability in law enforcement in the wake of the 2014 killing of Michael Brown in Ferguson, Missouri, as well as other cases of police abuse, especially against African Americans. Less than 2 weeks ago, the U.S. Justice Department published a damning report on the Chicago police, accusing them of regularly using force which is unjustified, disproportionate, and otherwise excessive. Chicago Police Department engages in a pattern of or practice of using force, including deadly force, in violation of the Fourth Amendment of the Constitution, which doesn't apply to Jake anyway. The DOJ said in the report stated that Chicago police have unfairly targeted minorities and used unreasonable force on predominantly black and Latino neighborhoods, causing a breakdown in police community trust. All right, black and Latino, man, Israelites, man. All right, the Most High is using these cops to punish off all that wicked shit y'all doing, man. All right, y'all selling drugs to each other, committing adultery, killing each other at high rates. All right, so the Most High is using the wicked, which is his sword, to bust you niggas in the head, man. All right, and it's only gonna get worse, man. All right, the city fails to investigate the majority of cases it is required to investigate by law, the DOJ said. It also pointed out that even when an investigation is launched, it is aimed at eliciting information favorable to the officer. Of course, man. You know what I'm saying? They gonna look out for each other. You know what I'm saying? All right, because that's how Esau move, man. All right. But I just want to get into that quick hit, man, about, Donald Trump. The Most High is about to use Donald Trump to punish them niggas in Chicago, man. All that killing, you know what I'm saying, that's being glorified, via the drill music or just whatever, man. All that social media shit with niggas on there with guns and shit. All right, the Most High is the real killer. All right, he's about to use Donald Trump, you know what I'm saying, to bring the feds into the inner city, you know what I'm saying, and the feds in the inner city is going to shoot it out with y'all, man. All right. And like I said before, Jake in Chicago is on some gung-ho shit. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to try to shoot it out with the feds. Feds going to shoot it out with them, man. And, hopefully martial law starts there, man. All right, being the first place it start, in America. So we're one of the first places it starts in America. And hopefully it spreads fast. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to get one more scripture before I close up. Bear with me. This is Amos 3:2. It says, so like I'm going to start at 1. It says, hear this word that the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, have spoken against you, O children of Israel. All right, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities, man. All right, so that's sin among sin, man, especially all that killing out there, drug dealing, all that shit y'all be doing, man. The Most High is about to punish y'all for that, man. All right. It's not going to be taken lightly, man, that Israel is out there killing each other like that, all right? The Most High is going to, give y'all a recompense for that, man, all right? So I hope this was edifying, man. I want to give all praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone that rule well, and salutations to all the hopeful elect that's on the four corners of the earth preaching the word in sincerity and truth, all right? Shalom, Akim.